Hey there, I'm your host, the Bread Pirate. Let's build a castle. So, Animal Crossing seems to be the big thing right now, and although I don't own a Nintendo Switch, I do own the next best thing, which is an emulated version of Breath of the Wild. We are going to be building a castle on the Great Plateau, and while that might seem impossible, we have a trick up our sleeves. Allow me to introduce to you the Breath of the Wild Memory Editor. This handy little tool can do a lot of different things, but for today's episode, we are only interested in one thing. It can force your inventory to go through an identity crisis! This will literally allow you to turn sticks into master swords, or apples into fairies. It's very handy for getting late game items, but it has another hidden purpose. If you change the identity of arrows in your inventory, you can spawn whatever you want. Allow me to demonstrate. For today's video, we have special guest stars Bark and Bite over here. They've done some acting in the past for me, so they're used to this. Back to the memory editor. If we change this name tag from normal arrow to item fruit A, and then we go back to the game, we spawn an apple. Oh, thank you. So right now, we're only spawning one apple at a time. But what if we wanted to get enough apples for both bogoblins to have a snack? Well, thankfully, there is a fix for that. All we have to do is replace this identity with weapon bow 013, and what do you know, we have a forest dweller's bow, which can shoot 3 arrows at a time. Or in this case, it can spawn 5 apples at a time. Don't ask me about the math. I don't understand why a ×3 bow spawns 5 apples.
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
We can also spawn NPCs and enemies, but if we do that, then things get a bit, weird. Things get weird. For the sake of building a castle, I could only find one suitable object that would not crash the game, the metal box. It's not much, but it's surprisingly sturdy and flat. All we have to do now is spawn a ton of boxes, and then use Malicious to put them together. It's basically Animal Crossing. What's the worst that could happen?
20 minutes later.
Man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get a snack. What? Yeah, so the game crashes if you look at this bugged screen for too long. Thankfully, it does not crash if you go to an unbugged screen. Alright, we better get started building again.
2 hours later.
Behold, aluminum foil castle! We have our favorite villagers, Bark and Bite. We have a doorway. There's a separate room over here for the prisoners. And this box is functionally a staircase. Like I said, it's basically Animal Crossing. It's perfect. Of course, when you spawn 100 plus boxes into the game, weird things start happening. For instance, we can't collect rupees anymore. Not like I wanted those anyways. We can't chop down trees. The ground becomes techno-colored. And Link wants to dive into the ground every time he jumps.
With this dive in the semi-finals. Well, much better this time.
Much better.
And saddest of all, explosions don't work. So I guess the castle isn't just pretty, it's also functional. The Bocos can't die, because the explosions don't affect them anymore, but I assume the castle would protect them. Oh no. Oh no, the Blood Moon. Ah! We gotta destroy more stuff before it resets everything. No, 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 no. Ah. Oh. Nothing reset. Well, back to work. Wait a minute, what would happen if we tried the stasis rune? Okay, just stay there. Now try using the explosives on it. Give it a second, and... Oh. Another crash. Yay. Fine, you know what? If we can't blow up a castle, we could at least blow up a bunch of random boxes. Let's go. Like I said, basically Animal Crossing. This video was a filler episode so that I could take more time to create the next episode of Fixing Breath of the Wild, a series where we try to find ways that Breath of the Wild game mechanics could have been improved. Hopefully you stick around for that. Next episode is going to be on side quests. Until I see you next time, have fun storming the castle.